Okay, so on a daily basis, I get downloads. And today, this one was from my father, Thoth. And I guess because of everything that's going on, he needs to put this in place. So, this is just how it is, okay? For one thing, a king is somebody who has gone and rescued souls from a planet. Period. I think you guys confuse that with a god, because God is just in their name for Atlantean figure, basically. Titans and gods did not fight. All this is just lies to make y'all think war is okay when it's not. Killing is not okay under any circumstances ever, period. Period. That's just a fact. So it makes no sense. This entire planet makes no sense to me. In 6th grade, I saw the most cruelest issue ever, and I feel like it's going to happen again. I feel like it is. There was a what do you call it? A live showing on TV, and it brought me right back to the barbaric days where you drug your kid out to a middle of a courtyard, watching somebody get beheaded or get killed. Period. I had to watch an execution in 6th grade. That was disgusting. I was forced in class, and because I hid my face and said no, I wasn't going to, and closed my, and covered my ears and made noise so I couldn't hear what was going on, my teacher sent me out, and I spent the rest of the year, and this happened at the very beginning of the year, I spent the rest of the year writing the dictionary outside in Florida on a basketball court with no shade. Yeah. I was tortured in the 70s. This planet was not ready for me. I was not ready for it, but it had to happen. The only true king is King Thoth. No other is truly allowed this title. You're not. You're not born into it. You are chosen. But you're chosen by the all to assist the divine during So Thoth has been around, not in form of Thoth, but as an energy. He came from another galaxy doing his duty and leveled up, and then got to come over here and be a king. And he still had to get born and had to go through all of his trials and initiations, and then he had to go and he had to face the angles, and then a lot happened. I was there. I wasn't there in form. I was there in flame, because I assisted him. So that's why I know what he did. And I'll tell you, I know that my next life I have to do this, and I sit in awe going, I don't know how he did it, but I know I'll get there because I have faith in myself. But the only way I get there is by sharing all this information with you here now. And of course, nobody's listening now, nobody's watching now, but in 100 years from now, y'all appreciate this. And I love you guys, and I'm doing this for you. I'm doing it for our children's children's children, because y'all aren't ready. Nobody today is ready to go, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I don't know anything. Let me look at this person's writing and go, yeah, let me try to remember Atlantis and then help me rewrite. There's going to be people that do, but most are not, and they're not going to understand this. And that's fine. That's why it'll be your children's children that'll understand this. That's why I'm making it, and then I'm archiving it straight away, because it's all I can do is make sure it's here for the future. So all who die claiming queen or king. So yes, the people in England are having a harsher bardo or repentance than others. They weren't allowed what they did, yet they still did it. And it's greedy and it's disgusting. And it doesn't matter that she was born into it and was raised into it. That was the only life she knew. She still had a chance and a choice to remember, and she chose to keep in the forgetfulness because she liked the life she had. To remember is to walk in the most uncomfortable path you could ever walk. Most people don't want that. You don't want to go outside your comfort zone. Well, you know what? When you hit your bardo, you're going to find out you ain't never going to have comfort again. So, comfort is not something that we are supposed to be doing. We are supposed to be pushing the envelopes with ourselves. That's why I get on these videos and talk the way I do. Because I have to push myself, because I have to share this information, because I am the only one with this. There will be more that will be sparked the remembrance from what I say, and then they can expand on what I have to say. That's why my stuff is so condensed and so pretty much literal, I guess you could say. And you have to work it out, because I'm not an astrologer. I am by no means was capable of ever dealing with academia in this world, this lifetime. And so there's going to be kids who are going to be remembering, if you can't handle academia, it does not make you dumber. It just means you can't handle the stupidity being thrown at you to regurgitate it when it's not true. My biggest thing is the freaking the periodic chart in chemistry. Y'all drive me nuts. It's not square. It ain't meant to be that way. I argued with the teacher. I tried to explain to him. He didn't get it. I even made a circular chart to explain to him that it does work in the circular chart if you dealing with the amount of rings and such. And so I turned around and I've made it on my websites as the spiral, because it's a spiral. Of course, it was golden ratio. It would start at the core of the earth and it would go all the way to the end of Jupiter, and I couldn't get that program on nobody without them freaking out. I mean, I broke some serious stuff. Programming that in the true calendar. I can't get nobody to give me a true calendar. They trip balls on it. Especially since January was not the beginning of the year. We always did it in spring. It makes no sense to do the year thing in winter. It just makes no sense. Nothing of what goes on this planet makes any sense to me. You cannot be born into this. It is a title held only by one who released the souls from the halls, from the Amenti halls. Period. Period. No other can hold that title. Any human being thinking they are better than others will face a harsher reality in the continuum. Not to mention downgrading your vibration, creating a denser HPH, bringing you closer to hell. Anyone in a governing position having direct influence must have pure reverence for all those who voted for them, or they will suffer a harsher punishment and downgrade the HPH due to their vibration being so low. Anyone owning or hoarding more than others will suffer a harsher. So if you've got a gigantic house and there's people homeless, you will suffer for that. You will suffer for not sharing and taking too much. We are governed by unconditional love of all beings, unseen, seen, unknown, known, inanimate, animate. Everything is alive in its own dimension, therefore everything is made up of beings. Even matter is a being and must be regarded with reverence. But if you don't even know this, how can you ever level up your vibration, much less your soul? This is why I do all this, okay? Also, by the way, Lord is not a title any human can hold. And we have the 9 lords that are part of the chakra with the Trinity. And we have the 7, which I have to go to the calendar to go to the 7. Wait, did I put it? Yeah, I think I put it on Atlantean Love. I know I've got it on Emerald Tablets. My website takes forever for it to load on my computer because I edit here and it's double checking the, and we'll see who pops the true calendar first. There we go. I don't have it on this one. I will move it over to this one so this one has it too. So as soon as Emerald Tablet makes it the true calendar, I'll take you down to the 7 lords. So when it comes to lords, there's 12 and 7. There are 19 in total, period. So there's 1 king and 9 lords. Or 9 lords part of the chakra, and the 7 lord of the 7 who are part of the 7 days a week. That's it, period. Oh, come on. Today. Period. So when we sit here and talk about So your days of the week are very specific. And even King Solomon took advantage of the situation. Um, there is no evil, only that which is what we do and what we choose, bad decisions. So here's the Lord of the Seven. I'm going to take this one back to the Lord of the Nine. So we've got the Lord of the Nine here. Utanus, okay, these 9 are connected through our, see, the 9 are actually connected to us directly through our chakra, where the 7 are more functionalities, I guess you would say, because like we have 2 Lord of Life, because Lord of Life is a twin. Okay. So we have Lord of Death, who is 9, the father of vast continents, forming form and formless, which is matter. Thought, you think, therefore it shall be. It all works together here, but it works the best on Sundays, which is the first day of the week, not the last, or not a weekend. Sunday is not meant to go to church. Them taking you to church on Sunday specifically is an absolute manipulation. This is the day that you should be thinking about what you want to do with your life, how you want to build your future, and then figuring out your week, because this is the most productive day with thought and mentalism for you to make anything happen. So for Sunday to be the day that they have claimed is bullshit and a great way to keep you working for them. Okay, Lord of the Magic, which is 5, intuition, correspondence. It all works, it all flows together. So Monday is a great day for you to figure things out with your intuition, to listen to your intuition. That's its day. On Tuesdays are a strange day. Now, when it comes down to the principle of gender, it means that everything has both feminine and masculine. Even all those alpha males, dudes, you got estrogen in your body. Shut the hell up. I got testosterone in mine. I'm not going to flare up at you. Don't go flaring up at me. I swear, you guys, you let that muscle get to your head, it's getting too much. Kindness, love, and consideration are the only thing. And you will suffer. And not by me. I have nothing to say, because I'm only going to worry about me. Because my continuum is my deal. Nobody else's but me, so I just worry about what I do and what I say. And what I do and what I say is love. But going and being mean to anybody just ain't right on any end. Don't particularly care for what the women did during the Me Too movement either. So, you know what? Those of you that did the Me Too movement that lied, look what you made. You made these alpha male crap. Thanks, dudes. How about if we just come and calm ourselves down and come back to balance? That's why I talk about these 9 with the chakras. Balance your chakras, get right with these lords, and then spend your days properly. Tuesdays is 8, order, progress, weights, balance, and journey of men. So this is the time that you want to think. In all things, there is a dual force. In all men, there are 2 beings. There's a woman inside every man. Deal with it. Wednesday, Lord of Light, that's 6. He's the keeper of hidden pathways and souls. Now, Wednesday is a day that you guys always say, oh, hump day. I'm so tired. I want to just sleep. Wednesday is a day that everybody should be taking off. This is the day with polarity and taste. This is the day you should be treating it as the reason why you're daydreaming is because you're supposed to be thinking and looking and listening to your higher self, because this is the day your higher self's going to come to you in many different ways. And taste is not just taste buds. Taste has got to do with how you dress, what you feel, what you like, okay? So Thursday's Lord of Love, 4, loses the power, freer of souls. This is where you start to feel a regeneration of your week. You know, smells are better on Thursdays. Food's actually better on Thursdays. You start realizing the effect of the beginning of the week on Thursdays, so cause and effect starts coming into play. On Fridays, you got the Ether Dragon, which is the Lord of Expression. That's where people got the rhythm, they're ready to start doing things, and that's why people party on Fridays and Saturday nights. And then Saturday is relaxation day, and by the evening, you really should not be partying and going out. That should be the day that you just relax and re-energize your body for Sunday. We're not meant to have 2 days off. We're only meant for 1 day off, and that's Saturday. I'm sorry. We're supposed to have Saturday completely off and Wednesdays half a day. That's the way our bodies were designed. That's the way it was designed in Atlantis. Not sure what they're doing now other than trying to exploit you and using you on all hours and all days and not giving a damn. But here is how this works. So this is your Lord of the Seven. This is your Lord of the Nine. And that is all there is. One king and those are the lords. That's it. Okay, so we just wanted to get that all straightened out today. I love you guys. We're going to come back here. Oh, I need to go to this one. It's going to take forever for that page to come up. I'm going to say goodbye here. I love you guys. This is the way it was. This is the way it should be. And this is the way it shall be for your children one day. Everybody will live in reverence and love. Money is a bullshit thing. And no, just because there isn't no money doesn't mean that everybody's going to run around and take advantage of each other, because duty is duty and you're going to do it regardless. So, as I always do, praise the all, Divine Pymander and King Thoth of Earth. Thank you for my life, death, and birth. Knowledge, love, and reverence for all you teach, so we may appreciate mountain to beach. Let me sing your praises all day and night, while my body rests for the next day's plight. Forgiving myself as I for them all, so I may receive my own forgiveness call. Kindness and consideration are a must. Let me always be just. Peace and tranquility throughout the land. Let my presence always be a love and stand. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day.